You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
And, there's nothing more fun than getting wet in your yard during the summer. Remember growing up and having a slip and slide, right?
Big
Did you have
day.
a slip and slide?
Big day when the slip and slide came out.
Yeah.
And, you used to, nobody thought that you could make them on your own and that you would have to buy this extensive kit that was just vinyl that you put in a strip and then put a hose down it. The reality is you can make this stuff on your own for like $1.
Really? How do we do that?
Oh, a slip and slide? You kidding me? A big thick sheet of visqueen plastic that you get at the big box store that you would use for painting. You want the thickest one, like the 3 to 5 mil, right? You can cut it in a strip or you can have it full size and then you just turn the hose on, baby, and start your sliding.
What about actually adding some baby shampoo?
Ooh, you want to get bubbles and make it more slippery? Is that what you're saying to me? And that's good because the baby shampoo is not going to hurt your lawn.
Right.
'Cause you don't want the phosphates to mess everything up.
But now, plus, you can, the kids are getting clean.
Clean your kid at the same time. Wash your hair. Finally get a shower. Jeez.
Now the dog, Hazel's going to sliding on down
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of just doing some different fun, almost like creating your own water park in your yard ideas. And by the way, have you ever been to any of these water parks where they have these slides? I refuse to try them. They scare me to death, where it's almost like a 10-story building.
I do them all the time.
And you slide down a vertical.
And you cross your hands over like you're in a coffin.
And I've watched my husband, exactly, kind of symbolic. And I watched my husband do it. And initially, it looks like you are away from the slide. You're in the air.
You're falling.
You're free falling.
For gravity.
Free falling for like a foot or two. And then all of a sudden, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And you've done this?
Glorious.
Really?
One of the greatest experiences.
Okay, well,
maybe Billy and I need to go to the water park.
Sounds like a fun guy's day.
Couple Speedos,
okay.
Some Zoris. We're in. Okay. Maybe one of those beach sashes.
Great. How about, and maybe you'll wear a robe. I hope you have okay. Yeah. How about a water balloon piñata? I love this idea. Walk us through something, because this would be water balloons.
If you have monkey bars or jungle gym in your home.
Or a ladder, maybe.
Or a ladder. You can do a ladder across, two tall ladders, two triangular ladders and then a ladder across the top. All you have to do is fill up some water balloons and then tie them with ribbon to the thing above you, or a trellis would work too. You make them pretty full so that they're going to be poppable. You don't want to underfill them because then they don't pop.
Oh yeah, there's rubbery.
It's just
gummy.
like a rubber ball and nothing happens.
Okay. No, we want it
so
snap.
Make it a little bit bigger, and then you walk in this thing blindfolded with a baseball bat, obviously. Make sure the other kids
and
are
everyone
out of the
takes
way.
a turn, basically.
Start swinging, baby, and whoever hits it gets wet, and then it's a big party.
Now I wonder, do you have rules like if you don't get wet, then you win the prize?
No, if you don't hit, here's my rule.
Oh.
Stromer House rules. You ready?
Okay.
If you don't hit the piñata, guess what? You get hammered with the spray nozzle on my
hose. So you're going to get it either way.
You get it either way.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Have you done this water balloon piñata?
I have. Yeah.
Very fun.
And
idea.
then you can also do the water balloon egg toss, if you will, but you're using water balloons.
Oh.
And again, whoever breaks the balloon, well, they get hammered with the garden hose.
Very fun.
So it's double duty. Yeah, a lot of water.
Sounds like camp. I love it.
It's pretty much like
How
that.
about making your own kind of ocean to go? You don't live near the beach, but you want to bring the beach to your backyard. Using again some kind of similar thing like the slip and slide, but now it almost feels like you've had just a giant, I don't know, kind of a flat pool right there.
That's exactly right. So again, it's a big piece of plastic, a thicker mill if you can do it. Don't get the thin one like the dry cleaning bags. It'll just tear and it won't be fun. So thicker one, make it out on the lawn, just spread it out and then fill it up with water and it'll find its own level, and the divots in the lawn will kind of create little puddles and it just gives you sort of a big, 12 by 12 area that has some water in it, maybe 2.5, 3-inch deep puddles.
And do you tape it like an end or something to hold water in?
No, it'll be fine just the way it is, unless you want to tape a couple pieces together and make it even bigger.
Oh, even better.
But mostly you just get a huge painter's tarp that's a thicker mill plastic,
okay.
and you can't imagine the amount of time you'll get out of this.
Well,
thing.
that painter's tarp. I mean, you've given us oodles of examples of how this comes in handy, throughout the year,
absolutely,
different ways throughout the house.
And the thicker the plastic, the longer it'll last, and you can reuse it over and over again. So get it, try it. It's going to be a great time.
Okay. I mean, the other idea with the painter's tarp, you talked about using that to make a movie projector. Put that on a wall.
Yeah, you can do that as a movie screen. It's a miracle.
Go buy the
between
painter's
that
tarp.
and duct tape, you can pretty much survive anything.
How about using some of those almost quasi-power water guns to create almost like your own little water game. It's a competition.
Fantastic. Isn't
Yeah?
it great? Yeah. I mean, you can literally use it to play water gun war. You can use it to try and, if you've got a pool, you can use it to try and, who can shoot the ball across the pool
Those big
first.
soakers, yeah.
Yeah, by maybe 5 guys one side, 5 gals on the other, and it's trying to hit that ball and make it go like water polo, make it go to the other side, right? That's a fun time too. And then when you're done, who the loser? Guess what happens? They get hammered with the water hose.
You pay either way. I don't know. I'm scared coming to your house. That guy Eric Stromer's going to get me.
Get a wetsuit and goggles.
What about water balloon dodgeball? That's kind of a fun idea.
That's great. Now, the fact that they've outlawed dodgeball should not preclude you from playing this fine game. One of the great American traditions in the history of mankind, dodgeball. How could it be better? Water balloons.
Have they outlawed it everywhere?
Pretty much. It's like, don't hurt him. Don't hurt his feelings. He may get hit with the ball. So the guys or gals that aren't as mobile as the others are usually the ones that get tagged out first. So there's humiliation there.
And you might get hit by the ball.
Well, yeah, but please, this is the rite of passage. This is what makes America American.
I remember dodgeball. It's like, yikes, here it comes.
Did it traumatize you?
No,
you're
I didn't.
fine. You probably survived.
I wasn't very good at it, but I hung in there. And I made the team.
Of course you did.
You haven't lived until you got hit in the face.
Oh, gosh,
that's true.
ouch.
That's our
in your
own Peter
nose,
Montoya.
in your nose.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
that hurts.
It stings a little, but that doesn't mean you can't keep trying.
Oh, I know. Okay, we're going to keep that positive attitude, right?
Yeah, so that you just basically do that with water balloons. It's a lot of fun. Same thing. The other thing I love, imagine this. You take one of those plastic baseball helmets that you use when you're batting.
Oh, my.
And you duct tape a plastic colander to the top of that. Right?
This is quite a look.
And then you'd have to try and play,
water balloons
water balloon toss
to catch
into the
basket.
Helmet. Isn't that fantastic?
So it's not going to hurt anybody again for those PCers. It's not going to hurt
it's
the
just
kid.
Going to get them wet.
But boy, what a spectacular! Talk about a photo op.
Now with this game, what I like to do is you time it so the water balloon breaks, and at the same time, guess what happens? They get hammered with the hose.
You are just ruthless.
Yeah.
I thought you were this sweet and kind dad.
No, not when it comes to water sports.
You're like a sergeant, a drill sergeant.
Yeah, that's
How about an eco-friendly water bomb? I love this whole idea.
pretty
Using
good, too.
kitchen sponges,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, instead if you're worried about latex allergies and all that kind of stuff, I mean, this is kind of cool.
It
right?
is. Yeah, you just cut up the little pieces and you
Make them into
create
stars.
almost like stars or snowball out of them. Tie them at the center, and then you soak them in a bucket of water. And then you can, they have velocity, the ability to have more velocity because they're filled with water. And then when they hit, all the water comes out. So again, you're getting splashed and
The Stromer.
getting hammered with the water hose. Thank you. The other one I love too is water balloon baseball.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, so the
I mean, it's about getting wet. It's hot out there.
That's the whole point.
We want to get wet.
You're pitching the ball to the batter.
And you know what? This would be fun for adults, too.
Yes, it would.
So you're pitching to the batter, you're
and
saying.
the batter makes contact with
That's
the water
fun.
balloon. Guess what? They get wet
And they
hammer
get
them
the
from
water hose.
hose somewhere.
How about the kid wash or even the adult wash? I mean, after a day of having all this fun in the backyard, you set up like a little kid wash station with like a DIY outdoor shower that's made
cute.
out of PVC pipe.
That's it.
Right? You just drill some holes into it and put the hose in there.
That's it. Or you can even have a 5-gallon bucket and drill holes in the bottom of that, put that up and suspend it, and then just fill it with water. And it's just a constant sort of drip shower that slowly drips out the water through those holes.
This is fun. I mean, the
Right.
idea of getting wet, right? I mean, you've been hearing about this whole bucket thing that everyone's been doing to raise money.
Yeah, the
right?
ALS thing. It's
the
it's
bucket,
beautiful.
the
how much
bucket
they've raised.
challenge.
Yeah.
But so we could do our own bucket dump. I mean, the good news is the water isn't cold. I mean, this bucket challenge has been like ice. It's like
Sure.
ice cold water with ice cubes in it.
Yeah.
But this is a bucket dump where you basically build a full scale water park in your yard with a bucket dump using PVC pipe, and then the bucket then tips down.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how great PVC pipe is for all this stuff. You could imagine this. You can get a run of PVC pipe and put threaded nipples on either end of it, so you can attach a hose to one end and then plug the other end with a cap. Drill holes in the bottom of this thing and just run it along a jungle gym turn on the hose, and water's literally spraying out of these little holes.
It's
so
fun.
you're creating that same feeling of a water park where the water's kind of like a car wash almost, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a great time.
Well, all of these, I mean, the whole idea is it's hot, it's summer, and we want to get wet.
Yeah.
And if we don't get wet, we're going to get wet
You're
with
gonna hammer with the water.
We'll put this on the website at yourhomewizards.com. When we come back, we have some more fun ideas to talk about, like some really fast and fabulous decorating ideas that are so simple and easy. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, I did it. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards.